plus 0.04 means 5 power minus 2 only. This is log beta to the base 5. 0.04 means 1 by 25. 1 by 25 means 5 power minus 2. So it is also is equals to alpha to the power of this is 5 power 1 by 2 minus of 2 into log this is 5 power 1 by 2. 0.2 means again it is a 1 by 5. So therefore it is equals to 0.2. This is 1 by 5 to the base 5 plus 5 to the power of minus of 2 into log beta to the base 5. So see here, this is equals to this is a minus 1. So basically you will get 1 by 2 to the power of minus 2 here. Similarly, again it is also 1 by 2 power minus 2. So therefore it is a 4 plus 4. The answer is 8. So this is a way to do this one. Some logical concepts are there to solve this question. So apply the infinite series problem here. S infinity equals to a by 1 minus r and simplify this by using the properties of logarithms. So we can interchange these two. So alpha and 0.2 interchange in the first step. Next also 0.04 is nothing but 5 power minus 2. So 0.2 can be written as 1 by 5. Root 5 means is nothing but minus 5 minus 2. All are logarithmic properties. So finally you get alpha equals to 1 by 2. 1 power 1 by 2 power minus 2. That is nothing but 4 plus 4 is on 8 is the answer. It's a combination of sequence and series and logarithms. It comes under medium moderate problem maybe for some students. This is one more question on the basis of students' memory. Next, let us move to the next question. See, this is one more question. Number of non-negative integral solutions of the equation a plus b plus 2c equals to 22 is. Number of non-negative integral solutions. Number of non-negative integral solutions means including 0. So that means non-negative empty boxes are allowed. So non-negative integral solutions of the equation a plus b plus 2c is equals to 20. So see here is a plus b plus 2c is equals to 22 is given. We want non-negative integral solution. Directly also you can do it. So directly means let us take different cases. C is equals to 0. Then a plus b is equals to 22. Listen, students. So by multinomial theorem, n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, it is nothing but 23 c1. So similar, suppose c is equals to 1, then it will be a plus b is equals to 20. Then this value is equals to 21 c1. And so on. Suppose c is equals to 11. Maximum c is equals to 11, it will be 22. So therefore, a plus b is equals to 0 because he's asking about the non-negative. So therefore, it is equals to 1 c1. So addition of all these cases, that means 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus and so on plus 23. So by using the formula Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So therefore 23 is equals to 1 plus n minus 1 into 2. So it is equal to 22, 11. So it is equals to this is 11 is equals to n minus 1. Therefore n is equals to 12. So therefore the sum is equals to 12 square. That is equals to 144. So that is the answer for this one. See, he is asking about the number of non-negative integral solutions. In general, we did this question by taking the different values for C or non-negative solutions. All the solutions will be the sum. There is one more question about this non-negative solutions in sequence and series. This also, so I don't think it's a moderate problem, maybe easy problem also. So if you see the next question, listen students here. This question is concerned to this one like this. The sum of all the real roots of the equation e power 2x minus 4, 6 into e power 2x minus 5 into e power x plus 1 equals 0 is the sum of all real roots of the equation. So you students can easily guess this question. We can consider the substitution. E power x is equals to t. So in this question, let e power x is equals to t. See all of it. If e power x is equals to t, then it is becomes t square minus 4, and this is 6 times of t square minus 5t plus 1 is equals to 0. So obviously t square is equals to 4, t is equals to plus or minus 2, but t is equals to e power x equals to 2 only. Therefore, x is equals to log 2 base e. This is the first part because we cannot take the negative because exponential function is 0 to infinity is the range for exponential function. So therefore, e power x takes only positive values. So therefore, I avoided the negative case. So e power x equals to 2, then x equals to log 2 base. Similarly, in the same process, let us simplify even this one also. So it is equals to 6t square minus 3t minus 2t plus 1 is equals to 0. If I can take 3t, so 3t is 3t minus 1 of this is 2t minus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, t is equals to 1 by 3 and t is equals to 1 by 2. So, but t we consider the e power x equals to 1 by 3. Therefore, x is equals to log 1 by 3 to the base e, and x is equals to log 1 by 2 to the base e. Okay, these are the values of x. He is asking to add all these values. So sum is equals to sum of all the values equals to this is the log 2 base e, this is the log 1 by 3 to the base e plus log 1 by 2 to the base e. Just add all the real roots. So therefore, it is equals to log 2 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 to the base e. So therefore, the answer is log 1 by 3 to the base e is the answer. So this is a question. So still some care. So carefully you have to do this question in the exam. So this is a question. So it's concerned to the sum of all the real roots of this equation. So I considered e power x equals to t and I substitute and I found out all the real roots and added all the real roots. So we can conclude the answer. Log 1 by 3 to the base c is the answer. This is one more question. Now if we move to the next question. See, again is given one more question from the matrices. Is given A equals to, and he is given also P is equals to number of prime factors of P inverse of AP minus 2I is equals to. He's asking what are the number of prime factors. Number of prime factors of is equals to. Number of prime factors of P inverse of AP minus of 2I is equals to. Say students here, if you, so instead of, so just I want to consider this expression. If I consider this one, is determining, is given as P inverse of AP minus 2 times of 5. So this is the expression he is asking. So just I want to so multiply this one as like this. This equals to this is P inverse of AP minus 2 times of P inverse of P times of I. I want to write it as like this. P inverse of P is nothing but I only. So therefore, it is equals to, I want to take P inverse is common. So the remaining part is AP minus of 2 times of IP. So again, I want to consider as this is P inverse and this is determinant of A minus 2I and determinant of P. So determinant of P inverse and determinant of P can be removed. So therefore, it's nothing but determinant of A minus 2I. Is nothing but A minus 2I. So if you take this value, it is equals to. So this is the value A minus 2I. This is 0 and 1, 2. And this value is 6, and this value again 2 minus 2 is 0. This is 11. And this is 3, and 3 again it is 0, 2 minus 2. I will get 69. That means 2 times of 23 also we can say this. So this is the way to do this question. This he's asking about this expression value. I replace I with I have taken P inverse of P is nothing but I only. I square is again I only. So I have taken P inverse common first of all, and I have taken P is also common. So determinant of P inverse is nothing but 1 by determinant of P. So then by that way you can get the answer. So this is one more question from the matrices. So sequence and series 2 questions, and the matrices also 2 questions given in yesterday, fourth in shift 2. See, let us move to the next question now. If you see this question, S is equals to is the problem is given from the complex numbers. And what is the value of let S is equals to Z square plus 4Z plus 16 is equals to 0. That is belongs to the complex number, then the value of this one is equals to. This question from complex numbers. See, let us consider this value. That's see all of it. So if you take this expression Z square plus 4Z plus 16 is equals to 0. So if you write it this one as Z square plus 2 times of 2Z. This is plus 4 minus 4 plus 16 is equals to 0. That means Z plus 2 whole square is equals to 12. This is equals to minus of 12. So therefore, Z plus 2 is equals to, this is root I, and root 12 times of root I, as root I is equals to square root of minus 1. So therefore, Z plus 2 is equals to, of course, plus or minus. Is equals to, this is equals to, so plus or minus square root of minus 1 is equals to, so therefore it is so this is not that this is equals to I, as square root of minus 1 is equals to I. So therefore it is equals to plus or minus 2 to 3 times of I. So therefore Z is equals to minus 2 plus or minus 2 to 3 times of I. Two values we can expect minus 2 to 3 times of I, and the minus 2 plus 2 to 3 times of I. So total we are getting two values by simplification of given complex equation. So I got the first value is minus 2 root 3. Second value is minus 2 plus 2 root 3. Let us substitute this value in this one. He is asking this result. Now this is equals to, now Z, the modulus of Z means first consider minus 2 minus 2 root 3I plus root 3I square plus minus 2 plus 2 root 3 times of I plus root 3 times of I square. So this is expression he is asking about the sigma value. So I got total in the set of S, I got the two values. First I replace Z with the first value, I replace Z with the second value. So this therefore it is equals to this is minus 2 minus root 3I square plus minus 2 plus 3 root 3 times of I square. So it is equals to 3 plus 4. This is equals to 7 plus this is 9, 27. 27 9 27 plus 4. So it is equals to 31. So the answer is 38. Like this, so we can conclude this question as like this. So he's given a complex numbers equation and he's asking about this value. So I found out the roots for this one. You can go for minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac also. You get the same result. So after simplification, I got the two roots. I substituted the z in place of z the first root, and I substituted second root in place of z, and I simplified. So we'll get the 38 is the answer. Is a problem concerned to the complex numbers. Next, see students, it is also the roots of this equation. Then what's the value? It is also multiple concept problem. This one is. So root 3i and 1 are the roots of this equation. And what is the value of this one? It's a multiple concepts because he's given imaginary roots and he's given cubic equation. So with the help of the roots and this cubic equation, we should have to find out the values of ABC. Once if you know the values of ABC, if you replace ABC values here, you will get the answer. So therefore, see, I will explain this one. The first, what are the roots is given? The roots are given by minus root 3i, comma root 3i and 1. These are the roots because imaginary roots will come in the conjugate pairs, as you know already. So therefore, minus root 3i and 1 are the roots of the equation. Can you tell me what the sum of the roots now? The sum of the roots is equals to sum of the roots equals to 1, that is equals to minus of a. So the first thing is minus e. Now sum of the product of the roots taken 2 at a time now. So 2 at a time means minus root 3i into root 3i plus root 3 times of I into 1 plus 1 times of minus root 3i. Minus and plus, that means it is equals to b. So this is I square is minus 1. This is nothing but 3 only because I square is minus 1 minus half I is plus. And these two can be removed, of course. So therefore, b value is equals to 3. Now product of the roots, root 3i of root 3 times of 5 into 1. Product of the roots minus plus minus means minus of c. So therefore, it is equals to this value can be removed. So therefore, c is equals to 3 times of 5 square. This is equals to minus 3. Please find out all the values like this, A, B, C values. Now let us come to this part, integral, definite integration part now. If you observe this indefinite integration part, see easily students can understand this value is 0 because it is an odd function. So no need to consider about x cube and bx because these two are odd functions. Now the problem is integration of minus 1 to 1. This is ax square plus c of bx only. So it is equals to 2 times of 0 to 1. A value we got it as minus 1 minus of x square and the c value is minus 3 of dx. So therefore it is equals to minus 2 into this is the value of x cubed by 3 plus 3x. The limits are 0 to 1. Minus 2 times of x cubed by 3 plus 3x. So therefore it is equals to minus 2 times of 1 by 3 plus 3. So therefore it is equals to minus 2 times of 10 by 3. Answer is minus 20 by 3 is the answer for this one. So it's multiple concepts problem. First, the students should have to know that roots will come in the imaginary roots will come in the conjugate pairs. So therefore, once he is given root 3i is the root, we can take minus root 3i is also root. And also one is given 3 roots are given from sum of the roots and sum of the product of the roots and product of the roots. By using those points, I found out the values of ABC and substitute here. And also one more very important point is these two are odd functions. No need to simplify about x cube and bx. Directly you can consider ax square and c and simplify it. We get the answer. This is one more problem concerned to this one. You can attempt this question in the exam definitely. Because these are all problems, students' memory problems. Generally, students' memory problems will be easy only. Because difficult problems, it's difficult for them to remember. So next point is this is also very simple from geometry. All the students will attempt this question in the exam. The question is like this: distance between foci and the distance between directrices of hyperbola are 6 and 8 by 3 respectively. Then find the length of lattice spectrum. Very simple question. All the students definitely will attempt this question. So he's this. See all the students here, if you observe this one, the hyperbola is given. Distance between foci, this is S and S dash, and the directress S. And this is Z and this is Z dash. As you know, distance between the foci, 2 times of AE is equals to is given by 6. And 2 times of A by E is given by 8 by. These are the 2 points. So therefore, AE is equals to 3 and A by E is equals to 4 by 3. If you multiply these two, you get A square is equals to 4. You get A square. A square is equals to 4. So therefore, obviously, A value is equals to 2. Once A value 2, E value is equals to 3 by 2. And B square is equals to A square of E square minus 1. This is 4 and this is 9 by 4 minus 1. It will be 5. So we know all the values of this one now. So whatever he is asking, find length of latest rectum. So formula is 2B square by A. So that means B square value is equals to 5 and A value is equals to 2. The final answer is equals to 5. It is a very simple problem. So many problems. So we saw it even in the IP textbook also. It is a very simple problem. So he's given the distance between foci and the distance between the directrices of the ellipse. Directress of the hyperbola as 6 and 8 by 3, then he's asking about the length of, and also he's given standard form only. He's not given even conjugate hyperbola. So he's given direct form hyperbola. And find out the distance between the foci, distance between the directrices. And simplify it, you will get the answer. It is also easy problem. All the students, even average, below average students also attempt this question in the exam. For sure. So this is the question. Now let us move to the next question. He is given the question as like this. It comes under statistics. In this statistics question now, sigma I is equals to 1 to 10 xi plus 2 whole square is equals to 180. And sigma I is equals to 1 to 10 xi minus 1 whole square equals to 90. Then find the standard standard deviation. This is the question. Now see all the students, my process is just to subtract these two equations to students. So subtract these two equations. That means sigma xi plus 2 whole square minus of xi minus 1 whole square is equals to 180 minus 90 will be 90 only. Just I'm subtracting. Now it is in the form of a square minus b square. This is the form of a square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b. So sigma xi plus 2 plus xi minus 1 into xi plus 2 minus of xi plus 1 is equals to 90. So that means sigma, this is 2xi plus 1. This value is equal to 3 times is equals to 90. So sigma 2 times of, so therefore it is equal to 2 times of xi plus 1 is equals to 30. So therefore 2 times of sigma xi plus, so this is because 1 to 10, it becomes 10 only, is equals to 30. So therefore sigma xi is equals to 10, you will get it finally. So he's asking about the standard deviation. To find out the standard deviation, we should have to know two things. One is sigma xi, the second one is sigma xi square. If you can able to find out sigma xi and sigma xi square, then we can find out the variance. Square root of variance is the standard deviation. So substitute all these things in the second case. This is equals to sigma, expand it. Xi plus 2 whole square. Xi plus 2 whole square is equals to 180. Just I'm expanding now. So sigma xi square plus 4 times of xi. It is equals to 180. So sigma xi square that we don't know. This is 4 means 4 times of it will be 40. This is 4 times of sigma xi already we got it. It is equals to 10. is equals to 180. So finally, sigma xi square is equals to 100. 80 plus 40 plus 40, 80. 180 minus 80 will be 40. So we know sigma xi, we know the sigma xi square. Once if you know these two, then variance is equals to sigma xi square by n minus sigma xi by n whole square. So by using this formula, we can simplify this one. It is equal to sigma xi square is 100, we got it. By n means 10 minus of sigma xi already it is 10, 10 by 10. So therefore it is equals to, this is 10 minus 1, this is equals to 9. So therefore the standard deviation is equals to 3. That is an answer. Sigma xi square. So he's given now. So this is a one way we can do this one very simple method. I subtracted the given equations and I applied a square minus b square, a plus b to a minus b, and I got the value of sigma xi. Once if you know the sigma xi from the first or second equation, you can find out you can expand this one, you will get sigma xi square is equals to 100. Once if you know sigma xi and as well as sigma xi square, use this formula. Variance is equals to sigma xi square by n minus sigma xi by n whole square. And substitute the concerned values and you will get the standard deviation. Once if you know the variance, you can find out the standard deviation. This is the one process. This is the one problem. Moderate problem, of course. Generally, statistics, the concept is very simple, but application is difficult. The question one about this one. So let us go to the next question now, students. So this is a question on probability. Given a simple question in this one also. 3 numbers are selected randomly from numbers 1, 2, 3, so on 31. The probability that they are in AP. The probability that they are in AP. 3 numbers are selected randomly from the numbers 1, 2, 3, 31. 3 numbers are selected randomly. The probability that they are in AP, arithmetic progression. The point is here, see students, selection of 3 numbers out of 31 numbers. Now, total number of selections. Total number of selections. The total number of selections is equals to 31 C3. Total number of selections is 31 C3. So if you expand this one, you will get 4495. 4495 is a 31 C3. So the total number of selections, because selection of three items out of 31 items, it will be 4495. Now the point is those 3 should be in AP. So that is the main point. Suppose A comma B comma C are in AP, are in arithmetic progression. Here the 3 suppose C A B C are in AP means so the selection either A and C are odd or A and C must be even. That means that so either A comma C odd numbers. Odd means odd numbers. Or A comma C are even numbers. A comma C are actually selection of 3 numbers only. If you select the A comma C odd number, B will be automatically odd number only. Suppose if I consider odd numbers 1 and 5, for example. 1 and 5 means 6. 6 by 2 is 3. So that means that if you select A and C, automatically you may say, so it is nothing but selection of 3 numbers only. Once if A comma C are odd numbers or A comma C are even numbers. Suppose A is 2 and C is equals to 4. 2 and 4. That means 6, 3. So like that, suppose if you consider A and C are odd numbers, suppose A comma C are even numbers, then it is nothing but selection of 3 numbers only, such that all the 3 numbers must be in AP. So because of now odd numbers will be out of 31, odd numbers will be 16. So therefore it is 16 C2 and this is 15 C2 because even numbers will be 15 only. Total 16 plus 15 will be 31. So therefore the probability is equals to, the required probability is 16 C2 plus 15 C2 by 31 C3. So if you simplify this one, you will get 225 by 4495. So it is nothing but 45 by 899. So this is 1%. So some logic is there. Problem is easy if you can able to understand this area. Generally, students are unaware about this area. Suppose A comma B comma C three selection of three numbers are in AP. Selection of three numbers are in AP means selection of A comma C odd numbers. Then it is nothing but selection of three numbers only. Selection of two numbers A and C are even numbers. Then automatically the third number is also selected. So if you know that logic, then the problem is very easy. So therefore, 16 odd numbers are there between 1 to 31. So I have taken two numbers. And 15 even numbers are there, 15 C2. If you simplify this one, so some calculation part is there here. Students should have to spend some time. And even here also, 31 C3 is 4495. I wrote it directly, but it takes time for the students to come to 4495. Problem is easy, but some calculation part is there. If you can be aware of all these things, then it will be easy. Okay, this is the 1% concern to the probability. Next, let's see all the students. Next, this is a one more question. It comes under three-dimensional geometry, DCs and ER. The shortest distance between the lines. It is a very familiar question for all the students community. So all the students, because it's an IPE problem, it's a direct IPE question. So shortest distance between the lines, R bar is equals to this one. He's given as like this, and second line also given as in this way. He's asking about the shortest distance. See students here about the shortest distance. Regarding the shortest distance. About the shortest distance. Shortest distance is equals to A1 bar minus A2 bar, A1 bar minus A2 bar, dot B1 bar cross the B2 bar by modulus of B1 bar cross the B2 bar. This is the formula. All the students know about this one. So it is nothing but it is equals to determinant of. First of all, let us write the points one by one. So first of all, A1 bar is equals to, this is 1 by 3, and this is 2, and it is 8 by 2. And A2 bar is equals to this line minus 2 by 3, comma 0, comma minus 1 by 3. So this is nothing but x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 means 1 by 3. This is equals to 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. And 8 by 3, this is 9 by 3. That means 3. And the second points are 2, minus 5, and 6. And this point is 0, 1, minus 1. Whole by modulus of determinant of I cap and the j cap and k cap, and this is 2, minus 5, 6, and 0, 1, minus 1. Modulus of this. And so by using this way, you can simplify this one because it's an expansion of 3 to 3 determinant only. It is also expansion of 3 to just take the modulus and simplify it, and then you will get the answer. Very simple question. Very simple question. You will get the answer is 3, of course. So this is our shortest distance. All the students definitely will attempt this question. Without spending much time, you can do it like this, in this way. So just I found out x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 from those 2 points. And these are A1, B1, C1 from here. And this is A2, B2, C2 are from here. Just expand it by 3 into 3 determinant. It is also expand it and just divide it, you will get the answer. This is one question about the shortest distance between the lines. Very simple question. Next, let us move to the next question, binomial theorem. It is also looks like simple only. In the expansion of 9x minus 1 by 3 root x to the power of 18. If coefficient of term independent of x is 221k, then the value of k is in the expansion of 9x minus 1 by 3 root x to the power of 18. If coefficient independent term. So the independent term is equals to in the expansion of 9x minus 1 by 3 root x to the power of 18, the coefficient on independent of x is this one. See all the students, let us write PR plus 1 the term here. See students, here let us write the PR plus 1 term. So PR plus 1 is equals to 18CR and 9x to the power of 18 minus R minus 1 by 3 root x to the power of R. So this is a TR plus 1 the term. And he's asking independent term. So independent term is equals to x to the power of 18 minus R and x to the power of minus R5 is equals to x to the power of 0. So therefore, these 18 minus 3R5 is equals to 0. So therefore, 3R5 is equals to 18. So therefore, R is equals to 12. So therefore, independent term is equals to 18C12 9 to the power of 18 minus 12 is 6. Minus, of course, it becomes plus only. So therefore, it is equals to 1 by 3 to the power of 12. So this is 3 square. This one is cancelled. Is nothing but 18C6 now. So he is given 18C6 is equals to is given as 221K. That means you need to simplify this one. So you should not leave that one in that way. This is equals to 18564. 18564 is equals to 221K. Therefore, K is equals to 84 is the answer. So here is also then some calculation part is that 18.6 you have to avoid. You should have to expand it clearly. It takes time, obviously. 18.6 equals to 221K, then K is equals to 84 is the answer. This is a problem concerned to binomial theorem. It's a standard formally, nothing is there. It's very easy. So overall paper is easy to moderate. Yesterday, that means yesterday evening, that means shift to 2. Mathematics almost all 16-17% so looks like easy only. So there may be some difficult problems, maybe there are 3 or 5 or 6 problems definitely. This is a one more question.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Harish. I'm the physics faculty at Nature Junior College, Shamikpet. Okay. So today I'm going to discuss uh, session 2, April 4th, afternoon shift. So it is give a brief overview. The paper is little easy to moderate only, where student can attempt a more number of questions. So let us move on for a paper discussion now. If you look at the first question, they give us two strings with length L1, L2. Their Young's models are also given, Y1 and Y2, are elongated under two weights as shown. Find delta L1 by delta L2. So this question is basically from solids, and you are supposed to find the ratio of elongation in both the strings. Right? For this, we know one very important formula in solids, Young's modulus. Y is equal to stress by strain, right? And we know stress is equal to restoring force, kind of tension in this. So tension force by area divided by, and strain is delta L by L, where delta L is the elongation which we are supposed to find. So if you just rearrange this, we will get Y is equal to T L divided by A delta L. As we are supposed to find out delta L now, so make delta L as a subject. So delta L will be equal to T L by Y into A, right? So they given the X models are Y1 and Y2 tension. And notice one thing here. If you look at this block, or if you draw the MPD of this block, two forces are acting on the block. Its own weight, which is mg acting downwards, and tension T, which is acting upwards. As the block is in equilibrium now, so I can say T is equal to mg. So tension in this string is nothing but a weight of the block. So tension in this first string is a mg, where tension in this string is a 3 mg, because mass of the block is a 3m. So I take tension in this is some T1, which will be mg, and tension is I'll take it as T2, which comes out to be 3 mg. Okay. So they have same area cross section. You can notice that A is same for both. So I can say delta L from this equation. I can say delta L is proportional to T L by Y. So from this, can I delta L1 by delta L2? So by using proportional relations, I can say delta L1 by delta L2 will be T1 by T2 into L1 by L2 into Y2 by Y1. So already we know the values of T1, T2, L1, L2, everything is given there. L1 is L and L2 is 0.5 L, and Y1 Young's modulus of first two by the given Y, and Young's modulus of second one they given 2Y. Just plug in all the values, then finally I'm writing it here. So you'll get delta L1 by delta L2 is equal to T1 is mg, and by T2, T2 is 3 mg, right? L1 is L, L2 is 0.5 L. Last one, Y2. Y2 is smallest of this is 2Y, and X smallest also is Y. So you can see mg will cancel out, L will cancel out, Y will also cancel out. So I can write this as a 2 into 2 divided by 3 into 0.5, which will be equal to 4 by 3. So the ratio of elongation in the strings will be equal to 4 by 3. So you can start from here. This is a basic formula which in this chapter. Okay. Students who are preparing for JEE, they are supposed to know this formula. And even this also, the formula of Young's modulus. Right? The basic formulas and question comes under a easy category only because it's straight away formula based question. Right? Now let us move on for next question. Look at this. Consider a ring of radius r rotates about a horizontal axis. The time period of small oscillator in oscillation says should be oscillations. Okay. Now we need to find out the time period of oscillation of this ring. Okay. Now this is actually a question from a simple harmonic that is oscillation chapter. Okay. And it comes under a physical pendulum. And we know the time period of physical pendulum is T is equal to 2 pi under root of I by m g d. Right? So, as we all know, I stands for a moment of inertia about the given axis that we need to find out. And d is the perpendicular distance or distance from axis of rotation to the center of mass. You can see this is the axis of rotation and this is center of mass. So, distance from axis to center of mass nothing but radius. So, d will be equal to r. Okay. So D will be equal to R. Now we need to find out the moment of inertia of ring about the given axis. Then I we need to calculate. For finding I think we all remember the standard results. Moment of inertia of ring about one axis. So this axis being about, and this is how you are rotating it. So moment of inertia of ring about one axis is mr square, and moment of inertia of ring about diameter axis. So basically, you're rotating like this. You're rotating like this. So moment of inertia of ring about diameter axis is mr square by 2. There is standard results which everyone was supposed to remember. Okay. So about one axis, moment of inertia is mr square, and about diameter axis, moment of inertia is mr square by 2. But I want about this axis. You can see. So the ring is rotating about this axis. So in that given question, I want to find out moment of about this axis. Now we know this is the center of mass of that ring. Okay. Now the two axes are parallel and one is passing through the center of mass. So in order to find out the moment of inertia about this axis or about the given axis, I can apply parallax theorem. So by using parallax theorem, let us find out the moment of inertia of the ring about the given axis now. Okay. So and from the statement of parallax theorem, we know that I is equal to IC plus M into D square. Okay. Where IC is the moment of inertia about the axis which is passing through center of mass, which is mr square by 2 in this case, and D is the distance between the two axes here. Okay. So this is the distance between the two axes, which is nothing but R. So by applying parallax theorem, I is equal to is mr square by 2 plus m into r square, because d is r here. Right? So I comes out to be 3 mr square by 2. So the moment of inertia of the ring about the given axis is 3 mr square by 2. Now plug in all the values here and simplify to get the answer. So T is equal to 2 pi under root of moment of inertia we got 3 mr square by 2 divided by m g and distance nothing but r. So r get cancelled, m also get cancelled. So the final answer will be T is equal to 2 pi under root of 3r by 2g. Is it right? You can see which are the of this option. So T is equal to 2 pi under root of VR by 2G. This also comes under easy category only, but you have to be slightly careful here. You need to find out the moment of inertia of the object about the given axis by using parallax theorem. So the standard result anyway, we know that apply parallax theorem, we'll get about that given axis. Then use the standard formula T is equal to 2 pi under root of D by MGA. Okay. So my suggestion for everyone is post session 2. Most of the questions are formula based only. So once brush up all the formulas of all the chapters so that you can attempt more number of questions. Out of 25, nearly 20, even some in some of the papers, it is more than 20 also. Questions are directly coming, questions are only depending on formulas, I mean, formula based questions. So you brush up all the formulas once again, and that give a greater chance to get more score. And be careful, dear students, as the papers are somewhat easy to moderate. Okay, negative marks will play a vital role. Okay, so be careful. Now let us move on for next question. So this was a question, units and dimensions. In every shift, there is one question on dimension analysis. So that is actually a kind of easy topic only. Only thing you should remember, more formulas because they can ask any quantity, right? So please go, if at all, if you are not done with this units and dimensions, especially this dimension analysis, please solve some PYQs so that will give some idea how to solve the questions which are related to dimension analysis. Okay, so don't leave this topic, it was easy scoring. Okay, so let us move on for this one. So in list 1, we have different quantities here, and list 2, they are dimension formulas, so you need to match this now. If you look at the first one, work function. Okay. So from where we get work function? If you remember this standard equation, photoelectric equation, we know H mu, the energy of incident photon, is equal to work function plus KE max. So the basic thing we know that we can add only two similar quantities, right? So this is obviously kinetic energy. As you're adding these two, even this should be related to the energy only. Okay. Right. So I can say the dimensional formula of work function will be same as that of a dimensional formula of energy. Okay, because these two you are adding them means they are similar quantities. So when they are similar quantities, obviously dimension formula should be same. So as kinetic energy and work function are similar quantities, so work function of this should be equal. Sorry, the dimensional formula of work function should be equal to the dimensional formula of energy. So use any of the formula of energy and try to get a dimensional formula of this. So I will use a kinetic energy formula only. So dimensions of phi work function is same as that of are equal to that of dimensional formula of energy. You can use potential energy or kinetic energy, okay, any one of that. So if I use kinetic energy now, formula is half m v square. So m stands for mass, dimension formula is n, and v stands for speed. So dimension formula is L by T v square. So L T power of minus 2. So M L T power of minus 2. M mass, V speed, dimension formula speed is L by T. So L by T. So it is L T power of minus 1. But it is V square now. So L square T power of minus 2. Then check which of the one is matching with that. So it is matching. Now next easy term is frequency actually. Okay, easiest one is frequency. So we know frequency is 1 by time period. So dimension formula of frequency will be nothing but power of minus 1 or m power of 0, L power of 0, T power of minus 1. So Now, if you look at Planck's constant, okay, try to recollect any one formula where Planck's constant was involved, right? We use this for n number of times in our physics. So I'll take in that basic formula only. So E is equal to hv, right? So from this I can write h, Planck's constant is E by mu. So dimension formula of h, Planck's constant, should be equal to the dimension formula of energy by frequency. Okay, this is mu, which is frequency. If at all, if you want, you can take f also here. H here, right? So dimension formula of h, bring f to this side, will be equal to dimension formula of E by f. E is nothing but energy. Already we got the dimension formula of energy, which is m L square t power of minus 2. And dimension of frequency, we even got that, which is t power of minus 1. So t power of minus 1. This will be m L square t power of 1. So m L square t power of minus 1. And the last leftover one is stopping potential. Okay. So I'm just erasing this part just to find out the dimensional formula of stopping potential. See, as I said earlier, whenever you want to find out dimension formula of any physical quantity or any quantity, you are supposed to recollect a formula in which that is included. So I think you might have revised so many times that Ke max, Ke max is equal to E into V, where V is nothing but a stopping potential. I'm trying to just record the formulas which are connected to only this particular topic, that is photoelectric effect. Okay, so that the formulas will be also revised once again. We know that Ke max is equal to E into V. So from here, V, you know that nothing but stopping potential. So from here, I can write stopping potential is Ke max. Ke max by E. So the dimensional formula of stopping potential should be equal to the dimensional formula of Ke max by E. I'm writing this straight away. So dimensional formula of V is equal to, already we got the dimensional formula of kinetic energy, which is energy, nothing but m L square t power of minus 2 by E. E nothing but charge of return, charge. But charge is not a fundamental quantity, whereas current is a fundamental quantity. And we even know that I is equal to Q by T. Therefore, Q is equal to I into C. So the dimensional formula of Q is nothing but it is I into T power 1. That is I into T. This comes out to be m L square T power of minus 3 I power of minus 1. So m L square T power of minus 3 I power of minus 1. You can check it once again. So I try to solve this question by using the formulas which are there in photoelectric. So this is the standard formula, Einstein formula. From there we can find out the dimensional formula for all these four formulas. Let us move on for next question now. Yeah, given that two cars A and B are moving on a road with a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. So the speed of A that I integral VA. So VA given for this 100 kilometers per hour and VB, the speed of car B, which is VB, they given as 80 kilometers per hour. Now, or if you want, you can draw a diagram also here. So this I am taking as E. This I am taking as speed of this A is given as the speed of B is 80 kilometers per hour and speed of A given as 100 kilometers per hour. This actually a direct question on a relative motion, relative velocity. The concept is relative velocity, but the problem is a straight formula based question. So, this is a diagram as per the given situation. So now what they have done is look at the second line. A stone is thrown from a car B with a speed V kilometers per hour relative to it. So relative to the car B, the speed of the stone is V kilometers per hour. Okay. I think you know the standard formulas, you all know this. Velocity of A with respect to B is the general formula is given as VA bar minus VB bar. This is a very famous formula which we know in relative motion, right? So velocity of A with respect to B is VA bar minus VB bar. I'll try to use this formula to solve this question. Now look at this. So the relative speed of stone with respect to car B is V. I'm writing that in a formula. The velocity of stone with respect to car B is nothing but, so by using this formula, I can write velocity of stone minus velocity of car B. So from here, I get absolute velocity, nothing but velocity of stone with respect to ground. So when I say absolute, then with respect to ground. So the absolute velocity of stone is given as velocity of stone with respect to car B plus velocity of B. This is given for us, which is V. And even this is also given for us, which is 80. So this how he is showing the through. This is how he is showing the stone. With the speed V related to this. So both VB and VSB are in same direction. So if you want to find the magnitudes, just you can add them, which is VSB. Actually, you need to use this particular formula to find the magnitude. So Vs is equal to under root of VSB whole square. Resultant formula you use plus VB square plus 2 VSB VB into cos. Where theta is the angle between these two velocities, VSB and VB. As in the given question, they're in the same direction. So theta comes out to be 0 because they're parallel. So cos 0 is 1. And this I can write as root of VSB whole square plus VB square plus 2 VS into VB, which comes out to be VSB plus VB whole square, which is equal to V. So that is the reason why I wrote it directly. So if you are not aware of this, please remember this. Because always VSB, VB need not to be in same direction. So there may be some angle between those two also. So in such cases, we can use this formula to find out the magnitudes. Okay. So I'm erasing this part now. It's just for your clarity only I given. I'm erasing it. Right. Oh yeah. Sorry. I just tried the formula once again. I'll quickly write it. So I'm taking the result which I explained just now. So right after the magnitude, that is Vs equal to Vsb plus Vb. So velocity of speed of the stone, we're throwing it from here. Speed of a stone will be velocity of stone with respect to this, they given as V plus this is A. So this is the actual speed of the stone, but with respect to ground. Now this stone strikes A with a speed of 5 meter per second with respect to car A. So now they are saying that speed of the stone with respect to car A, first I'll take the vector relation, then I'll go for magnitudes. So speed of stone with respect to A is actually given as a given by Vs minus Vs bar minus Vb. As Vs bar and Va bar are in the same direction, so theta will be 0. Therefore, I can write Vsa. Speed of stone with respect to A will be equal to directly Vs minus Va. Correct? Okay. So speed of stone with respect to A is given 5 meters per second. Let us convert that into kilometers per hour. So we should multiply by 18 by 5 equal to speed of S and speed of stone is already got, which is V plus 80 minus and speed of Va is speed of car A, which is 100. So 80 is equal to V minus 20. So that is like V is equal to 38 kilometers per hour. So the answer is 38 kilometers. So just a formula based question. You should use this particular formula twice. The velocity of A with respect to B is Va bar minus Vb bar. That formula if you use twice, you will get the result. Right? Hope you are okay with this. We'll move on to the next question. Yeah. Now, this actually a question on bar magnets. Okay. If at all, if you didn't study the formulas of bar magnet also, you can still solve this. If you remember the formulas of electric field due to dipole, because dipole is an important topic. Many are actually there is one more question. It's action on dipole. The direct question from dipole. But this particular question is on bar magnet. But still you can solve it if you remember the formulas of dipole, electric dipole. I'll just tell the analogy between this electric dipole and magnetic dipole. See, bar magnet is basically a magnetic dipole. Okay. So, what are the formulas we are studying in electrical dipole? Similar formulas comes even in this bar magnet also, because even this is also a dipole itself. Okay. But still, you need to know how to relate the terms and formulas. For example, if you look at electric dipole, so this electric dipole over P, and this is the axial. We even know the formula of electric field due to dipole on the axial line. So if the distance is r, then electric field at a point on the axial line due to dipole is given as 2 kb by r. I think we all are aware of this. Okay. And one more thing to be noticed here is the direction of electric field on the axial line will be, let's say the current, will be in the direction of dipole moment. Actually, if at a vector form, it is bar. Then it is. Okay. So on the axial line, electric field to dipole will be in the direction of dipole moment. So in this given situation, it is towards right side. Okay. Now, if you look at this, the dipole, whose dipole moment is P1, and we know this is called the equatorial line. Okay. Now, electric field dipole at a point on the equatorial line, the distance r is given by kp by rq, and its direction will be opposite to direction of electric dipole. So electric dipole is to the right side here. So at a point on the equatorial line, electric field will be towards left side, and its magnitude is kp by rq. The similar formulas you can use here. You can notice for a first bar magnet, point P is on the axial line, and for second one, it is on the equatorial line. Okay. So then, how can we use these formulas in this situation? We cannot exactly use them, but by using analogy, okay, you can use similar formulas here also. Okay. So in place of K, in electric dipole we get K, whereas in magnetic dipole you will get a mu naught by 4 pi. Okay. K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We all know that. So K, we know it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So when it comes to the magnetic dipole, in place of 1 by epsilon naught, you will get mu naught. So in place of K, that is in place of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, just write mu naught by 4 pi. 2 is anyway constant, nothing to change. Now P bar is actually dipole moment. Right? Here also you are supposed to take dipole moment, but that is magnetic dipole moment, which is M, capital M. And R is anyway distance M. So if I correlate now, here electric field, but here magnetic field. Right? So magnetic field due to magnetic dipole at a point on the axial line is given by, look at this formula, I'll write the same thing. So 2 into K is 1 by 4 by epsilon naught, but in magnetic, magnetic get mu naught by you will get mu naught by 4 by. In place of P, you will get M. So here P is electric dipole moment and this is magnetic dipole moment, or simply magnetic moment by RQ. So this is on the axial line. If you find magnetic field on the equatorial line, I said for electric dipole it is Kp by RQ. So here it will be U naught by 4 pi into M by R. There are two formulas you can use to solve this particular question. So I'm just arranging this. So I'll keep only these two formulas. Yes, not only this, there are so many other formulas like time period. If you look at time period of electrical dipole in a uniform electric field is 2 pi root of I by dE. Similar formula you will get in magnetics also. That is time period of a magnetic dipole in a uniform magnetic field is given by 2 by root of I by MB. Similar formulas. Like even the formula of potential energy also. Potential in the electric dipole in the electric field is given as U is equal to minus, sorry, U is equal to minus P bar dot V bar, and again you get a minus M bar dot B bar. All formulas will be identical, but that terms you need to know. So in case of K, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, you should write mu naught by 4 pi. In case of P, electrical dipole moment, you should take a magnetic dipole. That's the only difference. You can must brush up all these formulas so that two topics will be covered. Now let us quickly move on for this question. Now look at this. If you look at this particular bar magnet, here we are supposed to find out field. So this point is on the axial line. Let us use this formula. For distance is area r. R they given as 10. But whatever direction of magnetic field, I said it will be in the direction of dipole. Because right side. Assuming this is south, this is north. This are taken as a V1. So field due to this particular bar magnet. And for second bar magnet, it is on the point is on the equatorial line. So this formula is supposed to use. Okay. Now assume this is south, and this is north. So dipole moment will be upwards. So magnetic field will be opposite to that. So B1 is a magnetic field to this one, and B2 is a magnetic field to this one. So as you can see, both are perpendicular. So net magnetic field B will be equal to root of B1 square plus B2 square. Okay. M1, M2 values, everything is given for us. B1 is it is 2 into mu naught by 4 pi. If one can substitute the values mu naught by 4 pi, which is 10 power of minus 7. Okay. Into M. What is M given? 3 root 5. By distance is 10 centimeters. So 10 into 10 power of minus 2 whole cube. This is B1. And this mu naught by 4 pi, you can straight away take 10 power of minus 7. Similarly, you can take B2, which is mu naught by 4 pi into M is magnetic moment, which is again 3 root 5. By R is again 10 centimeters. So 10 into 10 power of minus 2. Just simplify these values and substitute in this, you will get the result. So that calculation, I'm leaving it to you. So just do it yourself. I'll move on for next question. Bullets are fired from in all directions, at all angles. Maximum range, horizontal ground. So maximum range on a horizontal ground is 6.4. So they given is actually a question on projectile motion. Direct formula based, just substitute the values, you get the answer. Straight formula based. Okay. This is a formula of range. Right? That's a very basic and fundamental formula in this chapter. So range in projectile motion is given by u squared sine 2 theta by g. This is a basic formula. And we know this range is maximum. Range is maximum when theta is equal to 45 degrees. So R max will be u squared sine, if you put to theta 45, because sine 90 by g. So R max, maximum range is u squared by g. They given maximum range for this 6.4. 6.4 equal to u square by, let us say t value 10. So u square is 64. So u is 8 meters per second. So the speed of the bullet comes out to be 8 meters per second. That's formula based. So not being much time for it, you can just revise all the formulas once again. Move on for next question. Yeah. In a YDSA, it's a question on YDSA. question comes under the concept shifter. See, we know that whenever we place a slab, sorry, whenever we place a slab in front of a slit, then the shifting of hinges will take place. If I place in front of the first slit, this one, okay, hinges will shift upwards. And when I place a slab here in front of this lower one, the hinges will shift downwards. And being a JEE aspirant, you should know even the direct formula for shift also. Right? Because this topic is important, not only in mains, in other competitive exams also. There's stress on this shift to concept. And if you don't know, please once again revise the formulas. Shift is given by mu minus 1 into T d by T. This is a formula of shift in the fringes when we place a slab in front of one of the slit. Okay. So when we place in front of this one, they'll shift up. When you place here, they'll shift down. And this is shift actually. So being a JEE aspirant, you should know this standard formula also. Okay. Now just look at this question. They're saying that when they kept this slab, it is observed that the first maxima with a transparent sheet coincide with the seventh maxima without a sheet. Okay. And let us say, we know here we get center maxima. This is first maxima, second maxima, so on like that. Let's say somewhere here you're getting the seventh maxima. This is the case when this sheet is not there, when the slab is not there. But after placing the slab, they are saying that the first maxima is coinciding with the seventh maxima. So as I said earlier, when I place this slab here, shifts will this fringes will shift. Now they are saying that earlier here we used to have seventh maxima, but after placing this slab, right, this first maxima is coinciding with this. Okay, and you can understand that after placing this, first maxima is shifting here. This is what he's saying. So in the absence of the sheet, here we are getting seventh maxima. In the presence of that sheet, there we are getting first maxima. So what does it mean? The first maxima is shifting till here. So from this we can find out shift directly, right? So the distance between the first maxima and seventh maxima is nothing but 6 beta. Because the distance between any two maximas is beta. So the distance between first maxima and second maxima is 6 beta. So earlier first maxima is here. Now it is being here after placing the slab. So shift in that I can say 6 beta. So just use a formula, shift and equate that to 6 beta. That's it. So it is u minus 1 into dd by d is equal to 6 beta. And we even know that beta formula is lambda d by d. So it comes out to be mu minus 1 into dd by d is equal to 6 into lambda d by d. So d by d get cancelled. Mu1 is given is 3 by 2. So this is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2. But t by 2 is equal to 6 lambda. The thickness of that is so thickness of that slab which is placed in front of the slit is calculation slit. It is 12. Look up this slit, it is 12. Done, guys. We are move on for next question. So this again, it's a question on electrical dipole, which already the formula which I revised just now. They're asking about the time period. Okay. The ratio of time periods, right? Yeah, ratio of time periods. Earlier it was kept in electric field E1 equal to E0 into X cap. And second, it was kept R2. Yeah. In the second case, it was kept in this electric field. So if you notice one thing, this is a uniform electric field. Even this is also a uniform electric field. So whenever a dipole was placed in a uniform electric field, if you slightly disturb it from its equilibrium position, it keeps oscillating. Okay. And we even know the time period of that oscillations. Just now I revised 2 pi equal to, so T equal to 2 pi root of I by P into E, where I is the moment of inertia and E is the electric field. It's magnitude of electric field basically, and P is a dipole moment. As we are keeping same electric dipole in both the electric fields, so I will be same, even P will be also same. So from A where 2 pi is constant. So from proportional relations, I can say T is inversely proportional to root E. Because the same electric dipole was kept in two electric fields. So as being the same electric dipole, I and P will be same. Where E is the electric field magnitude. Then you can find out. What about this magnitude? Magnitude of this electric field E1. I can say directly E naught. And the magnitude of this one E2 will be equal to under root of E naught square plus 2 E naught square plus 2 E naught square, which is root 9 E naught square, which is 3 E naught. So I got magnitudes now. E1 is E naught, E2 is 3 E naught. So by using these proportional relations, I can say D1 by D2 equal to root of E2 by E1 is equal to root of 3 E naught is E naught. Right form now. So the oscillations of an electric dipole in a uniform electric field, small oscillations. Right? Direct question. Now we move on for next one. The position of particle changes as a function of time as. So they given x equal to 5t. That's how the displacement along x-axis is changing with time, and y is 15 t square minus 40. Find the velocity vector angle makes it x-axis at t is equal to 2 seconds. So this is again a question of kinematics only. First, suppose if this is the velocity vector v, and we know this is x-axis, y-axis. Let us say velocity makes an angle theta with the x-axis. Okay. If you resolve this velocity into components now, this will be Vx, which is V cos theta, I can say. And this will be Vy, which is equal to V sin theta. So if at all if you want to find out theta value, so Vy is what V sin theta, and Vx is V cos theta. So Vy by Vx will be tan theta. So why do this? Because I can find Vy and Vx. So x given as 5t, I can find Vx now. So displacement along x-axis is varying as x is equal to 54t. So Vx, which is dx by dt, will be equal to 54. Similarly, y is given to me as 15t square minus 4t. So dy by dt, which is Vy, will be equal to 30t minus 4. So if I substitute the values here now, tan theta is equal to Vy is 30t minus 4 divided by dx. Vx is what? 54. At what time they're asking the angle at t is equal to 2 seconds. Substitute t is equal to 2 seconds in this. So tan theta will be 30 into 2 minus 4 by 50. So tan theta is equal to 56 by 54, which is 28 by 50. So So theta is equal to tan inverse of 28 by 27. These are standard routine formulas. So if at all if they ask the angle made by velocity with y-axis, then you can take this as theta. Then you can write tan it as Vx by Vy. That's it. We will move on to the next question. Yeah, it's a question on de Broglie wavelength. They are saying the electron, proton are accelerated with same potential to achieve de Broglie wavelength, lambda 1, lambda 2. Then what is lambda 1 by lambda 2? Look at this. We know the wavelength of matter waves is given by lambda is equal to h by p. The p is moment of h by mv. We know that kinetic energy is equal to p square by 2m. So if I find the value of p from here, it becomes root m into E. So lambda equal to h by under root of 2m into T. But they are saying that the charged particles are accelerated by applying a potential difference V. Now we know that whenever any charge is accelerated by applying the potential difference V, its gain in kinetic energy is given by V into Q. So this is a gain in kinetic energy. And whenever charge is accelerated by applying a potential difference V. So K is equal to V into Q. Right? If you observe carefully, the given particle electron, proton, so their charges will be same, and they are accelerated by applying same potential difference. So V is same. Okay. So obviously kinetic energy of both will be same. The Ke will be same. Okay. As K is same for both, H is being a constant, even 2 is also constant. Again, by using proportional relations, I can say lambda is equal to H. Sorry. Well, proportional relations. I can write lambda is inversely proportional to root m. Because kinetic energy is same for both. By this I can conclude it. And anyway, Planck's constant H is same. So lambda is inversely proportional to root m. So lambda E, the electron, by lambda proton is root of mass of proton by mass of electron. So they even given the mass of proton also. Just substitute there, simplify it here. Okay, move on to next one. F equal to 2, given that force acting on a body is 2I cap, so 5I cap plus 2J cap, mass is also given. Initially it was origin, and the force is being acting for 2 seconds. You need to find out the final position of it. You are supposed to find out its x coordinate as well as a y coordinate. So let us split this now. If you look at the force which is given to us, that F bar is equal to 5I cap plus 2J cap. Now this is x component of force, which I can take Fx. This is y component of force, which is Fy. Let us find the acceleration now. Because if at all the acceleration is constant, I can use the equations of motion to find out their coordinates. So Ax, acceleration along horizontal, is Fx by m. Fx is 5 and mass is 0.1. So it and Ay is Fy by m, which is 2 by 0.1, which is 20. See, this is constant. Even this is also constant. Therefore, I can use equations of motion. Right? I want displacement. Let us use the displacement equations separately for x and y. So along horizontal, I can write Sx is equal to ux into t plus half ax into t square. Just substitute all the values. Initially, it was at rest, so ux will be 0, right? So half into what is ax? We got 50 into 2 square, so this will be 100. And sy will be similarly, uy is also 0. It is half ay 20 into 2 square. So displacement along x-axis 100 and along y-axis 40. If you look at initial coordinates, it was at 0, 0. The initial exponent is 0. Now displacement is 100. So the new exponent will be 100. Initial y coordinate is 0. Displacement along y-axis 40. The new y coordinate is 40. So finally the position vector becomes right, will be 100 I cap plus so option will be yeah. Now this is again an easy question, which is combination of capacitors, but it's just redraw it. Okay. This is a method which I usually take in my class. I'll just say that here. As this is A, this also comes out to be A. It's a conducting wire, so there is no potential drop. So if this is A, even this also I can take as A. Being a conducting wire, there is no potential drop. So whatever potential is there here, same potential will be here. So this point is A, even this point will be also A. Now this will be B. This I don't know. I'll take it as B. Now this redraw the circuit here. If I redraw the circuit, it will be see what start from I need across AB. So I'll take this is A. Look at this capacitor C1. It is across A and B. So from A, I'll take one capacitor and connect it to B. And if you look at the C3, not C3, look at C2. C2 is also across AD. So take one more capacitor. This is C1 and this is C2. If you look at C3, it is across A and B. That I'll take this one. And you should redraw the circuit across A and B. So first fix A and B. If you look at C4 now, it is across D, B, and so this is B. This is also D. Now this is C4, I think. Yeah, C4. And C3 is across. This is A, this is B. So C3 across A and B. Now C1, C2 are parallel. That is series with C4. And this entire thing is in parallel with C2. So just redraw it, you'll get the answer. Yes. Now this is a question on electromagnetic waves and direct straight forward formula based question. But you should know two formulas here. One is E is equal to V into V naught. So this is a formula which relates the magnitudes. I can say peak values, maximum values of electric and magnetic field, which is given as V tau naught. And V is the speed. See, for a traveling wave, even for electromagnetic wave, you know that speed is given by coefficient of t. This formula already studied in waves also. So coefficient of t by coefficient of x. So from that given wave equation, the magnetic field equation, t I can write 2 pi, maybe it is mu pi. Okay. So this is speed of that electromagnetic wave given for us. So let us find out E naught now by insulation. So E naught will be equal to speed I got 2 pi mu by k into V naught is nothing but the maximum magnetic field, which is B, which is B down now. So I got E naught. If one is the substitute k value also here, which is 2 pi by lambda. We know k is 2 pi by lambda. this 2 pi by k, I can write 1 by lambda. So lambda. So lambda will be pi by. So this 2 pi by k, I can write as lambda. So E naught will become lambda mu into E naught. Now I want for that. So I got magnitude of E naught, which is lambda mu into V naught. So actually, this is the only answer. Got 2 here, and this is not matching. So this will match. If there is one more option where E naught is this one, then we should take care of direction also here. So how to find out direction here? There is relation even for direction of electric field, magnetic field, and the propagation of electromagnetic wave. That is C gap is equal to E cap plus E cap. So C cap is the unit vector along the direction of propagation of wave. Here you can see that it is the wave is propagating along the positive x-axis. Now B cap, they given as J cap. Now we can get E cap. Okay, so two formulas. One is this one to find out E naught, peak value of electric field, and this one for find direction. Actually, for this given question, no of even this also, because E naught is matching only for this one. Directly we can choose that, but still, if there are more than one option where E naught is this much, then you can go for direction. So as per given question, this is I cap and this is J cap. So this has to be minus K cap. That's the option B. Yeah, for two samples O2, next question is the answer region. For two samples O2 and H2, VRMS are same if temperature is same. We know VRMS. We know that VRMS. The RMS which is given by root 3RT by M. As for the given data, the two gases are O2 and H2. Anyway, temperature is same, fine, that is okay. R is anyway constant. But look at M. M stands for molecular mass. Molecular mass is not same for O2 and H2. Obviously, VRMS will not be same for both. So this is wrong. And look at this reason. Average molar kinetic energy of H2 and O2 are same. See, the kinetic energy of gas, internal energy is given by F by 2 NR. We all aware of this formula in KTG and in the gases. We both to be diatomic, F is same for both, so same temperature. So internal energy is same. Internal energy is nothing but kinetic energy only. So kinetic energy is same for both H2 and O2 at same temperature. So this is correct, but assertion is wrong. One last one. So a biconvex strength is given and reflectance also given. Find the value of F by R. It's actually again a straight formula based question. We studied a lens maker's formula also. That is 1 by F is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R. Okay. V1 is given to us, which is 1.4. So 1 by F is equal to 1.4 minus 1 into 1 by R1. You use sign conventions here. R1 is positive because if I complete the sphere now, center of curvature will be here. So R1 will be positive. So 1 by R minus 1 by R2 will be negative. Right? Because center of curvature is here and this one I need to measure R2. Incident rays are right side and this is measured left side, so it will be negative minus R. So this will be 1 by F equal to 0.4, which I can write as 4 by 10 into 2 by R. So R by F will be equal to 4 by F. So they're asking F by R. F by R will be equal to. Next option. Okay. So these are some memory-based questions which are given by the students who attended JEE mains yesterday. So we'll come with some more questions later on. As of now, the session will be handed over to our CVL sir. We'll take chemistry right now. Thank you for your time. So my suggestion here is, as most of the questions are formula based, please once brush up all the formulas of both first year and second year. Yeah, thank you, Anand.
Yes, good afternoon. Myself, Venkat, and senior chemistry faculty. I'm an ex-lecturer since last 9 years. I hope everybody is doing well. So now I'm going to explain yesterday's paper, means April 4th session to paper I'm going to explain. Right. Yes. Now let us start with the first question. Yeah. So this is one of the important chapter for JEE mains and also advanced, right? This is the question is given from electrochemistry chapter. Particularly, it is related to Nernst equation. E is equal to E naught plus 0.0595 into ln Q. Yes. Now here, this equation is related to galvanized cell. So the given question, E cell is given. E cell is 0.2047, and E naught is a standard value. That is E naught, the reduction potential of the cathode, plus E naught oxidation potential of the anode, plus 0.059. Sorry, here E cell is equal to E naught minus 0.0595. Second. E is equal to E naught minus 0.0595 into log Q. E is given in the question, cell potential is given, that is 2047. E naught is E naught reduction potential of cathode plus E naught oxidation potential of anode minus 0.0595 into log Q. The Q is given here 10 power minus 2. Simply they are asking find the value of the X. Find the value of the X. First let us write the reaction is here. Okay. So here our SRP values are given here. SRP values are given. The one with the highest SRP value acts as cathode. So this is acts as cathode and iron acts as here anode. So first let us write the reaction here. M gives rise to M plus X plus electrons gives rise to M, and Fe gives rise to Fe plus 3 electrons. Now in both the equations electrons should be equal, that's why it should be multiplied with E. Now, the combined equation is M plus X into 3 plus 3x, and this has to be multiplied with X. This has to be multiplied with X. Electron should be equal, right? Plus Fe into X gives rise to 3m plus X Fe plus 3 plus 3x electrons. Yes, so your total electrons are 3x. N is the number of electrons. N is number of electrons. 0.2047 is equal to. So reduction potential of cathode is given here 0.15, and oxidation potential of the anode is plus value. So that is 0.15 plus 0.03x minus 0.059 by 3x. The log Q value is given 10 power minus 2. Then 2.47. Now this will be 0.186. Yes, 0.186. Log 10 power minus 2 is minus 2, minus into minus plus. So 0.0595 by 3x. So by simplifying this, we can calculate the x. That is the find the value of the x, and we should it should be the nearest integer. I hope you understood, right? Now let us move to the second question. Right. Now this question is related to acidic buffer. This question is related to acidic buffer, and pK is given here. pK value is 4.75. We know the formula. pH is equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. See here, if you look at the data here, 20 ml of acetic acid solution is neutralized by the 28.08 ml of NaOH. Right? For a 20 ml of acetic acid, 28.08 ml of NaOH is required. That means completely neutralized. But in the 20 ml of the same solution, 14.04 ml of the NaOH solution is poured, then find the resultant solution will be. So simply here, we should understand for here 20 ml, right? For 20 ml, how much volume of base is required here? 28.0 ml of base is required, right? That means here moles of acid is equal to moles of the base. But in second experiment, they have taken only half of the NaOH. So let us consider initially 1 mole of, let's say 1 mole of acid is there and 1 mole of base is there, right? We can say it is equal because of it is given completely neutralized. So let us say it is a 1 mole of acid and 1 mole of the base. But in the second experiment, only half of the volume is taken, means here that means for 14.04 ml, getting total NaOH is reacted. So here the 0.5 mole of acid is present. Now this becomes 0 mole and it gives rise to salt also. So salt is a 0.5. Means the first one is complete neutralization. The second one is a half of the neutralization. Half of the neutralization means here salt concentration is equal to acid concentration, right? So now pH is equal to pK is given 4.75 plus log. So as we got salt concentration equal to acid concentration, so log 1 value is a 0. The net will be 4.7. So answer is 1, right? So I remembered like in session 1 also, in each and every session, questions are given related to acidic buffer. So still I am hoping that in upcoming sessions also definitely they may ask the questions, buffer related questions. Right. I hope you understood. Right. Now let us move to the next question. Next question. Yeah. Look here. Now this question is from chemical equilibrium chapter. A reversible reaction is given here, and N2O5 is a 50% dissociated at 5 bar and 300 Kelvin at equilibrium. Then find the delta G naught for the reaction. The first thing is here, when a reaction is at equilibrium, delta G is equal to 0. Delta G is equal to 0. Right? The one important relation is there, delta G is equal to delta G naught plus 2.303 RT log Q. But when a reaction is at equilibrium, delta G becomes 0. Delta G naught plus 2.303 RT, and we know that Q become K. Reaction is at equilibrium, then Q become K. Then they are asking delta G naught minus 2.303 RT log K. So the K may be here Kc or Kp, but we can get here K value in terms of Kp. Now the reaction is 2N2O5 gives rise to 4NO2 plus O2. Now here divide both the sides with the 2. Now it become N2O5 plus 1 by 2 NO2 plus 1 by 2 O2. Sorry, it become 2. Right. Now initially nothing is given here. Let us say 1 mole, right? 1 0 0. Now it is a 1 minus x, 2x, and x by 2. From 1 mole, x moles are dissociated. Let's say x moles are dissociated, right? So here it is given how much is dissociated. 50% dissociated. 50%. So initially how much we have taken? 1. From that 1 mole, 50% is dissociated, means 0.5 moles. It become 0.5. So x is here 0.5. 1 minus x. X is 0.5. So it become 1. It become 1 and it become 0.5 by 2. So beta, these are the moles at equilibrium. These are the moles at equilibrium. These are the moles at equilibrium. So using the moles, we can find like we can assume each gas is an ideal gas. So then we can find the partial pressures. Partial pressure of N2O5 using the Dalton's law. Using Dalton's law, 0.5 by 0.5 plus 1. Yes, 0.25. Right? Into total pressure is given here, 5 bar is given. So like this, we can find partial pressure of N2O5. Now I am applying a Dalton's law. Then here Dalton's law to find out the partial pressure of the each gas. Similarly, partial pressure of NO2. Partial pressure of NO2 is equal to mole fraction of NO2 by total moles, 1.5 plus 0.25 into 5. Similarly, partial pressure of O2. Partial pressure of O2. So number of moles of O2 by total moles. So it will be 1.75 into 5. So like this, we can first we have to find the partial pressures and then Kp and then Kp. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NO2, partial pressure of NO2 whole square and partial pressure of O2 power 1 by 2 and partial pressure of N2. So by simplifying, we'll be getting Kp. After getting this Kp, we have to put the Kp here and temperature is given 300 Kelvin and R value, right? R value we have to take getting 8.314 and temperature is 300 Kelvin. So by simplifying, we can find the delta G naught. Yes, obviously, these are multi-concept questions. Multi-concept questions here. So first of all, here I used here Dalton's law to find out the partial pressures of the each gas, and after that, we need to find the Kp, and after that, after finding the Kp, then one more equation, right? The equation relates the Q, delta G naught, and delta G. Reaction is at equilibrium, then delta G is equal to 0. Then delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. So by putting the Kp and R and T value, we can calculate the delta G naught. Right? I remember this type of questions are asked in session 1 also. So definitely in upcoming sessions also you may get this type of questions. The only thing is you need to remember all the formulas. Chalo beta. Now let us move to the next question. Okay. Yes. Now the next question is, which of the following have same radius according to the Bohr's theory? Right. So they are asking the question related to radius of the first Bohr orbit of the hydrogen atom and radius of the first Bohr orbit of the helium plus, right? And you know one important thing is Bohr's theory is applicable to only one electron containing species like hydrogen, helium plus, and Li plus 2, beryllium plus 3, right? So there are some important formulas in Bohr's derivation, Bohr's theory. So that is the radius of the nth orbit is equal to formula 0.529 to n square by z. N square by z. N is your orbit number and z is atomic number, right? So here different atoms are given here. Hydrogen atom is given, helium is given, and lithium is also given, and beryllium is also given. So now let us check. Let us verify. It's a lengthy question. Let us verify each and every option here. Okay. Now first let us verify the option A, radius of the first Bohr orbit of the hydrogen atom. Then R1 is equal to 0.529 into 1 square by 1. Will be getting in terms of angstrom. The answer is 0.529. 0.529 angstrom units. Now let us move to the option B. Option B. Now this is option A. Now let us move to the option B. So first orbit of the helium, 0.529 into 1 square by 2. Helium atomic number is 2. So after simplifying, we get the answer this one. Now option C. Let us verify the option C also. second orbit of the helium plus second orbit 0.529 into 2 square by 2. So 0.529 2 times cancel into 2 and so this is option C. Now let us move to the option D. Option D. They're asking second orbit of the lithium plus second orbit R2 is equal to 0.529 into 2 square by 3. So 0.529 into 4 by 3 times per minutes. Now let us verify option E also. Option E, the last option. That is the second orbit of the beryllium plus. Second orbit R2 is equal to 0.529 into n square. N square means second orbit 2 square, and here it is beryllium. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. Beryllium atomic number is 4, is a get cancel. So we can understand here, okay, option A and option E, right? Option A and option E, option A and E have the both same radius. So now right answer is 2. I hope you understood, right? Last time also in session 1, in few question papers, in few sessions, this type of questions are asked. Yes, it's a formula based only. So right now let us move to the next question. Yes. Now this is one of the important chapter from second year, right? This is from kinetics. Yes. Look at one reaction is given, A gives rise to P is a first order reaction, and based on the given data, they are asking find the x in minutes, right? The time is given in minutes and concentration is given. Yes, this is a very important first order equation. This is A gives rise to B. Then we have to use the first order equation, that is K is equal to 2.303 by log initial concentration by remaining concentrations of the reactants. Okay. Now first I am taking the data at 20 minutes. So 2.303 by 20 into log A. A is given 625 into 10 power minus 3. Now it is 625 into 10 power minus 5. Finally, after simplifying, we'll be getting 10 power 2, right? 10 power 2. Then K is equal to, yes, 2.303 by 20 into log 10 power 2 is 2. Chalo. Now they are asking X time. So now again we have to use the same formula, 2.303 by X we have to find. Initial concentration is 6.625 into 10 power minus 3 by 625 into 10 power minus 4. Already we got the K value. We can use here K value that already we simplified. X into log, it become a log 10, right? Now 2.303 is cancelled. 2 by 20 is equal to 1 by x, log 10 is 1. Now by doing the calculation, 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by x. Finally we got then x is equal to 10. I hope you understood. This is also a formula based, but 2 times I use the same formula to find out the time. So first using the data, we can find the here, we have to find the K value. After finding the K value, using that same K value, we can find the unknown time, right? So this is also one of the important chapter, right? So kinetics is one of the important chapter here. Now let us move to the next question. Yes. Yes. So this is from thermochemistry. This question is given from thermochemistry. Yeah. Of course, it's a very lengthy question. So better don't attempt this type of questions lengthy. If time is there, in the last minute you can do all this if sufficient time is there. Otherwise, don't attempt this type of questions. Obviously, it's a lengthy question. Okay, fine. So now here, let us read the question here. When 3.395 grams of ethanol is burnt completely, it liberates 101.11 kilojoules of the heat. then find the enthalpy of the formation of the C2H5OH. So first they are asking enthalpy of formation of the C2H5OH. Yeah. So here, first of all, here burning reaction is given here. That is the combustion reaction C2H5OH plus O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O. CO2 plus H2O. Here two carbons are there. Let us take 2 CO2 and 6 hydrogens are there. 3 H2O. Now 2 to the 4, 4 plus 3, 7. Here it is. Sorry, already one oxygen is there. So here 3 O2 is enough. Yes, 3 O2. 4 2 to the 4, 4 plus 3, 7 answer. 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7. Right. So this is a balanced equation. Yeah. Now they are asking the heat of formation of the ethanol. They are asking, right? The heat of formation of the oxygen is 0. Heat of formation of the first standard state elements is 0. Now heat of formation of CO2, right? CO2 is given indirectly. It's not given directly. The heat of combustion. C stands for C. C stands for combustion. Graphite, right? Graphite combustion reaction is given. That means C plus O2 gives rise to CO2. Means here heat of combustion of C is nothing but heat of formation of CO2. So heat of formation of CO2 is minus 393.5 kilojoules per mole is given. Now heat of formation of water is also given. That is minus 285.8 kilojoule per mole. Now they are asking heat of formation of ethanol. Heat of formation of ethanol they are asking. So that we need to find. That we have to find. But here heat of the reaction, right? We should know here heat of the reaction. Heat of the reaction is equal to sigma summation of enthalpy of formation of the products minus enthalpy of formation of the reactants. So we have to use this expression here. But heat of the reaction should be given for 1 mole. But actually it is given for 3.395 grams, right? So heat of the reaction is, it should be for 1 mole, but it is not given for 1 mole. So let us find first the moles of the ethanol. Moles of the ethanol, right? Moles of ethanol. Because of it is given for 3.395 grams. So given weight by molecular weight. Molecular weight is 2 carbons 24 and oxygen is hydrogen 6 and oxygen is 16. So it is 30 plus 16, it is a 46. 2 carbons 24, 6 hydrogens 6 and oxygen is 16, right? Overall it will be 46. So, right, this is number of moles of the ethanol. Now we have to find the heat of the reaction per mole. Heat of the reaction per mole. Per mole we have to find, right? So for this many moles, the heat is given 101.11 kilojoules. Now per mole is equal to 101.11 by 3.395 by 46. So like this, first of all, we have to find per mole. Right? After finding per mole, now we have to substitute values, right? Heat of formation of the products. Products C2H5OH, that we don't know. We have to find. O2. O2 is also 0 because of it is the standard state of the element, right? So minus CO2. CO2, how much is given here? CO2. CO2 is given, yes, 393. 393. So minus into minus plus. So 2 into 393.5 because of 2 moles of CO2 is given in the question, right? Products minus reactants, yes, for both the reactants minus values are given, therefore they become plus values 3 into 285.8. Yeah, but by simplifying this, you can get the answer. Of course, it's a lengthy question. So definitely this type of questions also we may expect in JEE mains. Definitely lengthy questions. Definitely they may ask. Right. Yes. It's a very simple question. This is from stoichiometry, mole concept. From the given data, 90.8 liters of hydrogen gas is at STP and 684 grams of the sucrose and 2 moles of the cyclohexane. Correct order of total number of atoms, right? So we have to find the total number of the atoms, right? So how to find the number of atoms? That is the question here. Number of atoms. Number of atoms is equal to moles into Avogadro number into atomicity. Yes, this formula. Number of atoms is equal to moles into Avogadro number into atomicity. Atomicity means number of atoms in a one molecule, right? Yeah. Now here first let us check the first option. Regarding first option, number of atoms is equal to moles. Better here volume is given. Volume is given at STP. So given volume by STP volume. Given volume by STP volume 90.8 by 22.4 into Avogadro number into atomicity number of atoms 2. Number of atoms 2. So 2 ones are this is 11.2. So then 90.8 by 11.2 into n. So like this, we can find the number of atoms in first option. Now number of atoms in second option. Now second option is 684 by sucrose. Sucrose is C12H22O11. Sucrose formula C12H22O11. So 12 into 12, 22 into 1, 16 into 11. Right? Yeah. So here the molecular weight of the sucrose we have to take here. Molecular weight of the sucrose 144 plus 22 plus 16 into 11. Yeah, 11 6 are 66, 11 ones are 11, 176. 176 into Avogadro number into how many atoms are there here? In one molecule, 12 carbons, 22 hydrogens and 11 oxygens. So 12 plus 22 plus 11, it will be 5 and 45. So 45 atoms, atomicity is 45, right? Like this, we have to check for third option. Third option is the 2 moles of the cyclohexane. Cyclohexane formula is C6H12. Cyclohexane, C6H12. Right, 2 moles. Achha, directly moles are given. So nothing. 2 into Na into yes, cyclohexane. In cyclohexane also 6 carbon atoms and 12 hydrogen atoms. 18. Yes, definitely it is also lengthy question, but it is easy concept, right? So here, very basic question from the mole concept is asked here. Number of atoms. Number of atoms is equal to moles into Avogadro number into atomicity, right? In each case, in first case, volume is given. In second case, weight is given. Third case, moles is given. Volume is given at STP. Then given volume by STP volume 22.4. After that, into Avogadro number into atomicity. The second case, weight is given. So weight by molecular weight into Avogadro number into number of atoms. After that, 2 moles of the cyclohexane is given. Then 2 into Avogadro number. Right? Number of atoms in one molecule is 18. Now let us move to the next question. Yeah, it's very simple question. Complete. No need to solve anything here. It is related to osmosis concept. Osmosis. Generally, flow of solvent molecules takes place. Solvent molecules takes place. Solvent molecules takes place. Takes place from from low concentration to high concentration. This is the concept here. Flow of solvent molecules takes place from low concentration to high concentration. Okay. So in this here membrane is given semi-permeable membrane. X is the one solution, Y is the another solution here. Right. In both the cases, molarity is given same, but volume is also given same. Then let us find the osmotic pressure here. Osmotic pressure is equal to ICST. ICST. I is the Van Top factor. Getting osmotic pressure of Y solution is equal to 4 into this 0.1 into ST. Now osmotic pressure of X is equal to getting 5 into 0.1 into ST. Right. So here ST in both the cases it is the same because of both are at the same temperature, concentrations are the same, but number of particles are different. Okay, obviously here osmotic pressure of X is more than osmotic pressure of Y. So as the pressure is high, getting so here X pressure is osmotic pressure of X. So means this is high concentrated osmotic pressure. So that means here high pressure is there, high pressure, high, very high pressure is present. Here low pressure is present, here low pressure. So then flow of solvent molecules takes place from getting flow of solvent molecules takes place from low concentration to high concentration here. Yes. Different osmotic pressure is present here. Y is a hypotonic solution here. Which of the following is correct for the above figure? So once again we see here. In first case of the Y, osmotic pressure is equal to I into C into ST. Number of particles are 4, right? So here number of particles are 5. Here high concentration. As the concentration increases, pressure decreases. Sorry, as the concentration increases, concentration is same, but pi value, pi is very, pi of X is greater than Y. So then solvent molecules flow from low concentration to high concentration. Already I told you that flow of solvent molecules takes place from low concentration to high concentration here until both the sides pressure becomes equal. So this is called hypertonic. High pressure solution is called hypertonic and it is hypotonic, right? So hypotonic solution. Low pressure is called, which of the following is correct? So Y is a hypotonic solution. Y is what? Hypotonic solution. So solute can pass through the semi-permeable membrane is the wrong option. To perform the reverse osmosis, any pressure can be applied? No. Right? Both the compartments will have the blue color? No. Only one has the blue color, other one is the colorless here. So the concentration of solvent molecules takes place from low concentration to high concentration. So here low pressure is on Y side and the high pressure is on. Okay. So now here flow will take place from Y is a hypotonic solution because of the low pressure. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. Yeah. Now this is the question related to again kinetics here, right? 2 and 3 curves belongs to first order reaction. First order reaction, right? So the first order equation is A is equal to 2.303 by D into log A by mx. A by mx. Now KT by 2.303 is equal to log A minus x. Right? Log A minus X is equal to minus KT into 2.03 plus log A. Yes. Now y is equal to mx plus c, but it is not a linear relation. It is an exponential relation here. It is an exponential relation. So negative slope is present here. Negative slope is present. So now your concentration versus time. So definitely, as the time increases, concentration decreases exponentially. Right? It's a curve. It's not like a straight line path here. Yes. So this is the one equation. Now another equation also first order. Both 2 and 3 are related to first order. Now the straight line. Straight line is belongs to first order. It's a first order reaction. So one. The first line belongs to first order. Sorry, it is a zero order. It's a zero order. Now these second one is the first order and third one is also first order. So curve 1 will be observed when the order of the reaction is 1. It's a wrong. 1 is belongs to 0 order. If the curve 2 and 3 are observed for the first order rate constant and third curve will be greater than the yes. More deeper, more sleep. More deeper, more slow. Now decomposition of the HI and the gold surface represent the curve 1. Decomposition of the HI on gold surface represents the curve 1. Actually gold is belongs to, yeah, this is also wrong, right? Now select the options represent the correct statements. Decomposition of the HI on the gold surface represents the curve 1. Yeah, it's correct. So now the correct option is 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Yes, 1 and 3 is the correct. Sure. Now let us move to the next question. Yeah, it's a very easy question, right? They are asking about anti-bonding, 5-star anti-bonding they are asking. If Z is the internuclear axis, it is mentioned Z is the internuclear axis, then Px and Py. Right? So the Px, okay, Px and Py both are parallel to each other, plus and minus, minus and plus. So plus slope and minus slope. Like this, it has plus, minus, minus, and plus. It has two nodes. The right answer is C. Right. Now let us move to the next question here. Very easy question. This is from periodic table. Ionization enthalpy. First ionization enthalpy of the magnesium is given. Mg gives rise to Mg plus 1 plus electron. The IE1 is 738 kilojoule per mole. Now they are asking the second ionization enthalpy. Second ionization enthalpy they are asking IE2. So definitely we know that IE2 is always greater than IE1. So now the right answer is 4. As the number of electrons are removed, size decreases. As the size decreases, ionization energy increases. So option 4, it's a very easy question. Now next question. Slides. Yes. So here the question is given. Element M belongs to 13th group, has same electronegativity as germanium. Germanium is belongs to yes. So germanium is belongs to 14th group. Now the question is here, one element is there in the third group. The third group element has same electronegativity. So that element is thallium, right? Now consider the correct statements. They are asking the correct statements, right? You know regarding thallium, thallium has two oxidation states, thallium plus 3 and thallium plus 1. According to inert pair effect, According to inert pair effect, thallium plus 1 is more stable than thallium plus 3. Therefore, thallium plus 3 undergo reduction because of thallium plus 1 is more stable. So the one which undergoing reduction acts as an oxidizing agent. Yes. So here M plus 3 is a good oxidizing agent. It's a good oxidizing agent. So as it is undergoing reduction, so its value is greater than 3. As it is undergoing reduction, its value is greater than 0. M plus 3 is a good reducing agent, is a wrong option because of it is oxidizing agent. And M plus 3 is a more stable than M plus, it is a wrong option. I told you plus 1 is more stable than plus 3 according to inert pair effect, right? We know that in a third group or 14th group or 15th group, down the group, lower oxidation state stability. It's a very simple concept. Right. So next question. This is completely related to F block. F block, yes, obviously it is a memory based question. In every session you can find this type of questions. Completely it is related to electronic configuration. So there is no other option. Compulsory, you should remember the electronic configuration of the F block, both length and extent actinoids. Yes, this is also very important question. Actually, this group reagent is a fourth group reagent in qualitative analysis. Fourth group reagent. This is fourth group reagent. So in a fourth group, precipitates are sulfides. So here only the one element is belongs to the fourth group, that is Mn plus 2. This is also definitely memory based question. So we may expect in upcoming sessions also this type of questions. Right. Next question. Right. Yes. So one of the important chapter from inorganic complex compounds. Right. So just I'll give the key here. Ammonia is a strong field ligand. Cl is a weak field ligand, and ethylene diamine is also strong field. Strong field ligand. The number of unpaired electrons in A and B, C are respectively the order of frequency of the absorbed radiation among the A and B and C. The number of unpaired electrons in A, B, C respectively, and order of frequency of the absorbed radiation. So here we have to find the crystal field stabilization energy. Crystal field stabilization energy, CFSE. Crystal field stabilization energy is directly proportional to absorbed energy. Absorbed energy is directly proportional to frequency and is inversely proportional to wavelength. So first of all, we have to find the CFSE, right? So here, without using any formula, directly you can tell here En is equal. En is a strong field ligand than ammonia. Ammonia is strong field ligand than Cl. As the ligand field strength increases, CFSE also increases. So now here option C is having the higher CFSE, therefore higher frequency. After that A, C, A and B, CAB, the first option. So directly you can do CAB. So in other cases, the option is not repeated, right? So this is a concept here. First, we need to understand the ligand field strength. Yes, the order is given in textbook itself, spectrochemical series, right? So En is a strong field ligand than ammonia. Ammonia is strong field ligand than chlorine, right? And the concept is here CFSE. Strong field ligand gives a more CFSE. CFSE is directly proportional to absorbed energy, is directly proportional to the frequency, is inversely proportional to wavelength, right? So this is also one of the important questions. Yes. Yeah. This is from D block and F block chapter here. X represents the difference in the maximum oxidation state possible for manganese, its oxide, and its fluoride, right? Very important, Mn2O7, right? And Mn. Yeah. So the highest oxidation state Oxide compound of the manganese is Mn2O7 and fluoride is MnO4. So here 2x minus 14 is equal to 0, 2x is equal to 7, and x minus 4 is equal to 0, x is equal to 4. Then mod x is equal to 7 minus 4 is a 3. So the difference is 3 here. So just verify where you get x is equal to 3, right? Ions which contains unpaired electrons equal to x, right? In which ion has the same number of electrons here 3. So that we need to check here. It's a very easy question. Scandium plus 3, 0 electrons. Zn plus 2, 0 unpaired electrons. Cobalt plus 2. Cobalt plus 2 is what? 4 is 0, 3 is 7. 3 is 7 means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So here 3 unpaired electrons are there. So cobalt plus 2. Cobalt plus 2. C. Now let us check Fe plus 2. Fe plus 2 means here 4 is 0, 3d 6. 4 is 0, 3d 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here 4 electrons are there. So that's why B is not the right answer. C and D. Yes, C and D both have the same electrons. Now next question. It's very easy. Conjugate acid. They are asking more stable conjugate acid. The concept is here. All are given amines. Amines means here bases. Basic strength. Basic strength is directly proportional to. Basic strength is directly proportional to stability of conjugate acid. Stability of conjugate acid. Yes. Conjugate acid means here NH3 plus. NH3 plus. NH3 plus. NH3 plus. NH3 plus is the conjugate acid. So conjugate acid has a positive charge, right? Here positive charge is stabilized by donating groups. Positive charge is stabilized by plus R groups. So here hyperconjugation is there, and here minus R is there. Here no resonance. Here plus R is there. So right answer is A. So the point is here plus R groups increase the basic strength of the amines. That means stability of the conjugate acid is directly proportional to basic strength. Right. Next question. Yes. So here styrene. Styrene is, this is the styrene. Now react with the Br. Electrophilic addition reaction. 2 bromines are added here. 2 bromines added here. Next. It is this second. Right. So here it is given NaH. Yeah. NaNH2 is given, but it is missed in the question here. NaNH2. Excess is given. Excess NaNH2 is given. Finally, we'll be getting like this. Okay. Salt. Now here CH3I. I is a good living group and it is a nucleophile. We'll be getting like this, right? Now H2 in presence of liquid ammonia, it gives a trans product. Trans. Of course, partial reduction takes place. Partial. So this is the final product P. Just calculate the molar mass of the P. How many carbons and how many atoms that we need to check. So first one is hallucination. Second one is dehydrohallucination, and third one is a nucleophilic substitution. And finally, it is a reduction, partial reduction. It's very easy question, but multi-concept. Yes. So this is one of the important questions. They are asking CO bond. In option B, it's a negative charge and positive charge. So this is aromatic here, right? Because of it has 6 pi electrons. 6 pi electrons, right? So now here it is stabilized through resonance. Here it is stabilized through resonance, right? It's stabilized through resonance. So here this carbocation is more stable, aromatic. Because of aromatic, more stable. That's why the CO bond here, C double bond O is becoming a single bond. But here, bond length of CO is the average of the single bond and the double bond. So here, the positive charge is not that much stabilized here, right? So it has even double bond character and even single bond character. So it has only single bond character B. So that's why B greater than B greater than. Next one is it is only double bond. It is average. So therefore BCA. It has double bond character only. It has average of the single bond and double bond character due to the resonance. So that means here resonance can affect the bond length. That's the concept. It's an easy question here. Hinsberg reagent, Lucas reagent, phenolphthalein dye test. Yes, it's a phenolphthalein dye test. Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent is used to identify the nonconformities. Now, Tollens reagent and Hinsberg reagent. Hinsberg is related to amines. Tollens reagent is related to aldehydes. Lucas reagent is related to alcohols. And phenolphthalein dye test is related to the phenol. So A is a P and the B is the Q and the C is S and the D is R. DR. So option 1. The textbook based question, very easy question. Right. The next question is here. Compare the acidic strength. Right. We know that carboxylic acids, aromatic acids are more acidic than phenols, right? Phenols. So here NO2 minus R group is present and carboxylic acid, benzoic acid. The fourth one is the more acidic. After fourth, fifth one is the more acidic. Fourth and fifth. After that, 2. So option 3. Phenol with the withdrawing group is the more acidic. Phenol with the minus R group is the more acidic. The first one is the fourth one because of the benzoic acid. Next one is also benzoic acid. Next one is the phenol with the minus R group. Next one is 1 and the last is 2. Last one is a 3, less acidic. Right? Next question. Very simple question. Aldo tetrose means 4 carbons. Everywhere 4 carbons are there. Now concentrated HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. Concentrated HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent here. It's a strong oxidizing agent. So therefore, aldehyde become acid and primary alcohol also become acid. And one more condition we need to check, optically inactive. So the first one is optically inactive because of it has plane of symmetry here. Plane of symmetry is present here. Aldehyde become acid because of strong oxidizing agent. Primary alcohol become, it has plane of symmetry. It is called meso. It is optically inactive. So next question. Yes. So these are identical. It is not a chiral carbon, methyl and ethyl. Therefore, groups are repeated. These are not enantiomers. Getting minimum 2 chiral carbons should be there to explain the diastereomers concept. So there is no 2 chiral carbons. And position is the same. There is no change in connectivity of the carbonate. That's why these are not structural isomers. Next one is Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts reaction. The Friedel-Crafts reaction is electrophilic substitution. Yes. Friedel-Crafts reaction is electrophilic substitution here. Williamson ether synthesis is the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Chlorination of the alkanes is a free radical substitution. And Br2CHCl3 is the electrophilic addition reaction. The fourth one is the S. And the third one is the R. Yeah, option is 2. Right? It is also very simple question. Yes. So this is from qualitative analysis. Percentage of the sulfur is equal to weight of the sulfur by molecular weight of the BaSO4 into 1 by weight of the organic compound into 100. So this is the question is given from qualitative analysis first year. In last session also, in most of the session, these questions are also related to finding the percentage of the sulfur here. But here, compound X as the molar mass 76, and moles of the X, compound X, moles of the X gives a BaSO4. Okay, what is the percentage of the sulfur in the compound? So here 16 grams of sulfur is present in 0.4813 grams of BaSO4. 32 grams of sulfur. 32 grams of sulfur is present in 0.4813 grams of BaSO4. Now, sorry. Thirty-two grams. Yes. 32 grams sulfur is in 233 grams of BaSO4. BaSO4. Now 0.4813 grams of BaSO4 is how much sulfur? So 32 into 0.813 by 233. This is the weight of the sulfur. Now weight of the organic compound we have to find. Weight of the organic compound. Moles is given and molar mass is given. Then we can calculate the weight of the X. That is 2 into 10 power 3 into 76. Now percentage of the sulfur is 32 into 0.483 by 233. Weight of the organic compound is 2 into 10 power minus 3 into 76 into 100. Like this, we can find the percentage of the sulfur. So thank you all, and definitely this type of questions, similar models they may be. So what I want to suggest you, what I observed is here in all the sessions, right? Repeated questions, repeated concepts are coming. So similar questions are coming. So being a chemistry faculty, please go through the NCERT textbook line by line, especially related to organic and inorganic. Most of the questions are asked from the textbook itself only, like D block, F block, and complex compounds also, and even physical also formula based, but multi-concept lengthy questions, right? So thank you all, and all the best for upcoming sessions.